What's up, guys, and welcome to the future of preventative wellness. Without a doubt, here in America, we definitely have a problem that's going on, and it's a $2.7 trillion problem, and that's with our healthcare. We spend $2.7 trillion on healthcare, yet we're the sickest out of all the developed nations. And you got to ask yourself, why is that? I mean, we have more prescription meds that are being doled out than ever. We spend $300 billion on prescription meds per year, and then also we have 7 out of 10 Americans that are on at least 2 prescription meds. So we definitely have a problem. We're spending a lot of money, yet we're not getting any healthier. So you have to ask yourself once again, why is that? And I think that the problem is that Americans have a very acidic diet, yet we're not paying attention to that. But yet we have so many prescriptions and so many Band-Aids that we can do or apply into our lives that will take care of the short-term problems, but yet the long-term problem will always persist, and we just continue to ignore that. So the problem is that we're actually in a reactionary state versus a proactive state, and that has got to change. We got to start getting into the preventative wellness side and start being more proactive and taking responsibility of our health, and that's why we wanted to talk to you guys about the future. Without a doubt, this is something that we are in the rediscovery phase of, and that is essential oils. I just want to add something that I want you to remain open-minded about, and that's the fact that we were designed for Earth, and Earth was designed for us. So doesn't it make sense that, all in all, maybe Mother Nature has a pharmacy out there that's natural and works more effectively and actually in a more intelligent way with all the systems in our body? It just makes sense to me. However, I want you to remain open-minded on that and think about that. So without a doubt, there's a lot that we can say about what essential oils actually do, but there's actually a lot that we can't say about what they do as well. And the main focus is that we want to focus on the latest shipment that we got of orders of essential oils that we received. And we wanted to focus on what they actually support, what systems they actually support. And Jennifer is going to go over a little bit more on each oil and what we have in front of us and what they do.
Okay, so I wanted to start with the Lemon Vitality, which is going to be the same as the lemon. So I want to point out this difference with Young Living. Things that can be, or oils that can be taken internally, they label them differently. As you see here, this is just the regular lemon essential oil. This is labeled Lemon Vitality in a white bottle, meaning it is for internal consumption as well. These are very powerful oils. You do not need a lot, just putting that disclaimer out there. Lemon is very cleansing. It is flushing to the body. It's very uplifting and clarifying to the mind. The systems that it supports is our circulatory system, respiratory, our skin, memory, and emotion.
And we're actually diffusing it right now, and it's very energizing. I probably went a little overboard. I put 8 drops in here, and I typically use it for my waters. It's a great way to add lemon without having to, break out the whole lemon squeezer and everything like that. You can just add a couple of drops and you're good to go. And also, it's a great pick-me-up in the morning as well, mixed with peppermint vitality as well. So just...
something I would like to add too, just so people know, is that these oils should not be added into plastic bottles. They are very strong, and the plastic...
it basically eats away at the plastic, which then obviously leaks into your water. So it's important to use stainless steel. That's what I use.
Or glass.
Or glass, yeah. Stainless steel or glass when you're using the actual Vitality supplement in your water. All right, so next we want to talk about nutmeg.
Okay, nutmeg is going to be right here. I have the one that's the Vitality, the white label. So I am using that one, or we are using that one for internal use. For sure, it's very cleansing, it's very energizing, it's stimulating and muscle soothing. It also supports the circulatory system, immunity. It supports the nervous system, adrenal glands, the muscles, joints, menstruation. And it...
I don't have that problem.
can give you energy as well. I actually did test this one out at work the other night. It is very, very powerful. There's not very much that is needed. I did take a little bit too much. So 1 drop is definitely enough. And I don't recommend taking it with coffee. It can definitely excite your system a lot and wake you up. So it's very, very stimulating. And again, 1 drop is definitely enough of nutmeg, especially for some energy support.
Yeah, no, I used it the other day, and I definitely noticed. I used 2 drops, and I used it in the water. Once again, stainless steel, my stainless steel thermos. And yeah, I definitely noticed it picked me up. And I'm really trying to cut back on my coffee. So I'm looking for any type of alternative that I can find that'll still kind of give me that pick me up without feeling that slam at about 1 or 2 o'clock midday. So I've noticed that the Vitality line has really been a good source for me as far as kind of trying to wean back on the coffee, and a good supplement for getting that upliftment, if you will.
Absolutely.
All right, so next we want to talk about one of my personal favorites, and I really could say that for pretty much every single oil here, but RC has really been beneficial for us diffusing it at night. Jennifer tends to suffer from a little bit more respiratory issues than I do, but I've definitely noticed a difference as far as being able to just take in a lot more oxygen at night. And we live in a desert. There's no trees here, so the more oxygen support we can get, the better. And Jennifer's going to talk a little bit more about RC and its benefits.
So this is RC right here. It actually stands for respiratory congestion. It obviously supports our respiratory system. It's very calming and it's very relaxing. And to be honest, since we've been diffusing RC at night, I have never been able to breathe better. I've actually had sinus surgery. Because I've always had problems, especially when I moved here about 12 years ago. I didn't have problems back home. I'm actually from Tennessee, but I had a lot of problems when I moved to the desert, and it's really, really made a huge difference with my breathing at night while I sleep.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you can't measure this stuff, but being able to breathe deeper, I mean, I feel like my lung capacity, it just expands every time I diffuse RC. And I can't measure how much oxygen and what the percentage of the increase would be, but I notice a difference. So if you're suffering from respiratory congestion, RC is literally going to be your best friend. The only thing is that it's so popular that you can really only get 1 a month. So it's difficult to get your hands on. It is a hot commodity. But you see the reason why once you get your hands on it, without a doubt.
Definitely works.
For sure. Okay, so I don't know what it is about this next one, but it makes me happy. Every time I sniff it, I literally just sit there and sniff the whole bottle all day. And it just really makes me happy. It's Citrus Fresh, and Jennifer's once again going to talk a little bit more about it.
Citrus Fresh is right here. It's really great. It supports mental clarity. It's very energizing, especially when diffused. It's really great for skin toning as well.
The next one is a great diffusing oil as well. Much like RC, I enjoy this one for just putting oxygen in the atmosphere if you need it. If you're in a desert environment like we are, we don't have many trees once again, so we got to do what we got to do. And Eucalyptus globulus is actually a great one to diffuse. And Jennifer's going to talk a little bit more about that one as well.
Absolutely. This one is right here. The therapeutic actions are cleansing, clearing, protecting, and energizing. In addition, as far as function support, it supports respiratory, the circulatory system, the skin, and the lungs.
All right, so another one of my favorites, it is Clove. And Jennifer's going to talk about why there's so many great benefits to Clove.
Absolutely. I was super attracted to Clove because it holds the highest ORAC value out of all essential oils. And what the ORAC stands for is oxygen radical absorption capacity. This is actually a scale that is supported by the USDA to measure antioxidant capacities of foods and essential oils. And clove oil actually comes in at the highest out of all food and essential oils on planet earth. It comes in at over 1 million ORAC value. Just to put that in perspective, blueberries are around 2,400 ORAC value. So this is a very, very powerful antioxidant.
All right, so lavender is up next, and this thing is like a bedtime story. I put this on my right big toe. I know that sounds funny, but you put it on your right big toe before you go to bed, and I'm telling you, you get premium sleep. So Jennifer's going to talk a little bit more about the benefits of lavender oil besides just the ability to aid in sleep.
Absolutely. We have lavender right here, right here, right here. We have several lavenders because this oil is so versatile. It has so many amazing properties. As far as therapeutic action, it's very calming, it's very soothing, it calms the muscles, it's great for emotional support, it's very relaxing and cleansing and renewing. As far as function support, it's great for the skin, digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, tissue, blood, our nervous system, our emotions, our limbic, endocrine, hormones, nerves. It also is great wound support and obviously great for sleep as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, you know, we were doing some research because I had a little hair bump that came in after shaving. And tea tree oil is going to be your number one go-to for the hair bumps. However, I used some lavender oil on the hair bump as well, and the next day I woke up and the pain was gone, and also the swelling of the hair bump had subsided as well. So can't say that it cured it, but it definitely did support me in taking care of the hair bump issue that I was having. Okay, so next on the list is cedar wood. This one at first kind of has an interesting smell, but I started to grow a liking to it once I got adjusted to it. And I've also found out just through trying to educate myself on what essential oils do and what their benefits are, that if you have a harsh reaction or a very, very delightful reaction to a certain oil, the chances are is that it's probably one of the oils that you might need to implement in your life. That's your body's way of indicating to you that you actually need that oil in your life. So when I first smelled cedar wood, I had a very kind of harsh reaction to it because it does have a very interesting smell. But Jennifer's going to talk about the benefits of cedar wood.
Definitely. Cedar wood is known to be very, very calming. It actually supports our nervous system, respiratory, skin, tissue, hair, limbic, and endocrine. I do urge you to do some research on this oil. There is a lot of good information out there about it. Again, I can't really talk about those things because I would be out of FDA compliance.
Gotta stay within compliance.
So I definitely urge you to do your own research on cedar wood.
Okay, next one we're going to talk about is Valerian. Jennifer, you want to go into this one?
Absolutely. I'll touch on this quickly. This one is definitely for topical and internal use as well. The therapeutic actions of valerian oil are calming, relaxing, tranquilizing, and warming. The function support is for the nervous system, for sleep, and tension.
All right, the next one on the list is another one of my favorites. Like I said, I can say that for most of these, but purification is another good one. I use this one not to be gross, but I had some shoes that weren't smelling so hot, and I wanted to test its ability to get rid of the odor. And I put a couple of drops of purification in the shoes, and literally for 3 days I didn't smell anything at all but purification. So there's so many other benefits to this blend as well, and Jennifer's going to discuss a little bit more about it.
Haven't you actually been using this one as a natural deodorant as well?
I actually have been using this as a natural deodorant. I try not to use deodorant, period, because of the aluminum and all the other harsh chemicals that are in deodorant. So I've been using this as a natural deodorant, and it's been lasting me for the whole day. So, and I tend to get a little sweaty, not to be gross, but hey, it's nature and it happens. And purification has been doing the trick. So it's another benefit of it for me.
Absolutely. Purification is also one of those that when you replace those new air filters in your house.
Yeah, we just did that.
Which we did that last night.
Yeah.
We sprinkled about 8 to 10 drops on each air filter, and the house smelled amazing.
So not only did we put purification on our air filters just to make it smell good throughout the house, but there was also a reason. What was it? It disinfects the air, right?
Absolutely. When a lot of essential oils, when they're being diffused in the air or
just pumped into our environment, period. Right?
Absolutely, they have the ability to disinfect the air,
Yeah.
And cleanse the air. And in reality, that's all we can really control is what's within our four walls of our house.
All right, so the next one we want to talk about is one that I wear personally as like a cologne, but there's so many benefits besides just the aroma that Abundance presents, and Jennifer's going to talk a little bit more about Abundance.
Awesome. We have Abundance right here. It can be used aromatically or topically. This particular oil is very energizing, and it supports our emotion. The best place to apply this oil is to the neck, wrist, or over the heart. Just a little side note on Abundance and the reason I was super excited to get it. Oils such as orange and ginger, which is in this blend, were used in ancient cultures to magnify joy and peace while attracting prosperity.
Okay, all in all, through this process of, starting to bring essential oils into our lifestyle and making it just a complete part of our lifestyle on the daily, there's a lot of things that we actually want to say about what they actually do. But once again, we kind of are handcuffed to a certain amount of things that we can say. Essential oils are great, and there's a reason why I feel like that we're not taught about these things, but that's for another vlog and another topic. But with that being said, essential oils, if you do your own independent research and you go down that rabbit hole much like we did, you'll find a lot of important information out there that we're just not taught. But definitely something that I feel that everybody needs to start implementing into their life, because at the end of the day, it's not about getting into a desperate situation. It's about never even seeing that situation. It's about being preventative and being proactive with your wellness, because at the end of the day, it's my responsibility to make sure that I'm well, it's her responsibility to make sure that she's well, and it's your responsibility to make sure that you're well, and that's it.
And we just wanted to make this video to go over and touch on quickly the products that we received. We will be doing other videos more in depth on these oils or on specific oils. And again, if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We would love to answer any questions you may have regarding these oils and maybe some of the benefits you could receive from them.
But all in all, you can also reach us on the email. I'll put that at the bottom as well. And yeah, feel free to reach out with any questions, any way we can redirect you. We have a website as well with a lot of information besides on Unplug Yourself. And I'll put that information down there in the content, the description as well. So yeah, stay tuned. We're going to have a lot more content coming with essential oils and preventative wellness in a whole, because it's about being preventative and proactive.
Stay well.